LCS Week 2 Day 1 Clutch versus Optic. Alright, so first pick Akali again. They did this last week. Urgot's banned with Aatrox, Cassio, and Lucian. Optic go for a Thresh, Rumble 1-2. And that's followed by Ezreal TK. So Ezreal TK should be insanely happy with this lane. Ezreal TK is good into Kai'Sa. Ezreal's good into Kai'Sa, TK is good into Thresh. I cannot believe they picked Kai'Sa there, but Syndra ban, LeBlanc ban, Zoe ban, so Lissandra is probably going to be picked. And Yorick ban. So they're going for a Sion top. Lee Sin. I'm surprised they banned Zoe and last pick mid. So they just think that you can blind Zoe with LeBlanc on. I guess LeBlanc and Syndra are gone, so it makes sense. But then you can always 4-pick it. So they go Jace Elise. So this Rumble should be really scared. And Azir? Sion. Rumble mid? Okay. Rumble mid is good into Akali. Wait, where's the other Optic players? Oh, I guess Dokla's in now. Is Dardoch just playing Academy and LCS? So, Sion has to survive versus the Jace Elise. You have a really intense 1-3-1. CG's comp makes a lot of sense. Optic's comp, I wouldn't say it makes the most sense, but you do have strong champions. Rumble's good into the Akali mid. The Sion can survive top. I just think the bot lane was kind of a mistake, drafting the Kai'Sa Thresh into Ezreal TK, knowing full well you were versus Ezreal TK is kind of an XD. Piglet's going to be very happy this game. There's not really anything he has to be afraid of, so I expect Ezreal to kind of hard carry. They see the Lee Sin, get the crab for Lyra. So Rumble doesn't really feel too great until he's like level 3, level 4, level 5. Once he's level 4, level 5, Rumble's kind of god mode. But it's going to feel really good for Elise to get 2 crabs. Lee Sin does get... Is Lyra going all the way around? No, he just takes the Krugs. And the ward doesn't see him. So Elise spotted on the ward, coming to the Krugs. It's gonna be some weird fight here. Whoever, they definitely win this. Oh, that's actually close. A solo kill? Oh. So yeah, I mean Jace Elise as like the strongest 2v2 in the game. I would like to see Lyra hold his cocoon a little bit better, because if he stuns anyone, they're dead. Dokla barely survives. Flash from Sion, flash from Elise. So 3 flashes off of Clutch. Akali can TP back. This Rumble's going to be pretty oppressive. So Rumble mid, you just need to push. He is freezing a little bit, so he is trying to deny. But usually with Rumble, you want to push, use your prio, punish the jungler. Lee Sin and Rumble can permanently meet up, contest Elise's camps. No flash. First blood Dardoch. So Dardoch's going to be feeling a lot better now. If Dardoch gets ahead in this matchup, it does feel pretty bad for the Elise, because Lee Sin gets to the point that he can just one-shot. Yeah, and Rumble can move first here. So Elise going in here is pretty troll. Got the Rumble flash. Thresh is moving first here, so really good move from Gate. Elise is dead again. Jace is here, but Sion's almost here. This is kind of a clusterfuck. And who he's dead to. Triple kill for Sion. So they're going for a lot of plays around mid lane without like tracking numbers. So let's go back. So this was the kill. Look at Thresh. Thresh is running through base. TK can easily be moving up here. Look how far away he is. He can be here sooner for sure. Elise dies super fast because TK's not here fast enough. Dardoch barely lives. Pushes mid wave. Sion comes in, gets a triple kill. And the Kai'Sa is actually doing fine bottom. But Gate really making all the difference here. So I'm curious how Clutch play this out. Your Elise is pretty far behind. The Draven doesn't have the lead that you'd want. Optic's getting a Fire Dragon. So yeah, well played by Optic. They're getting a lot of control around mid now. Lee Sin's really strong. Sion's going to be a rock in the top lane. You don't really have to help the Sion anymore. So I expect Rumble and Lee Sin to play a lot together this game. Alright, so Rumble's coming back on the map. Elise basing, Akali basing. So Jace is getting a lot of plates top lane, so that is pretty good. Flash Jace. Okay. Now they should be able to get some plates in return or burn Jace TP. It's going to be Jace TP. Kai'Sa farming fine bottom. They do get the Riptail. This is huge. I want to see them use this before the plates expire. So probably mid or top. Definitely not bottom. This turret is pretty healthy. Usually, the Ezreal TK will have a lot more turret damage than this. So I'm kind of shocked by the way this lane is going. At least in around the Rumble. They're not going for the buff invade. I think they could have. So Huni's still pressuring top. He's going for Bork first. He's probably going to go Bork Cleaver. Usually you'll see the Jace go Cleaver first, but yeah, he's dead. Spawn the Herald. And they burn a Kali ulti. So really good early game from Optic. Shut down the Jace, Elise. The Akali is not very strong. He's 1-1. The Lee Sin's far ahead. Sion's going to be pretty much unkillable. But I'm really worried about this Jace. It's not going to be very useful this game. Sion's running mid. It all comes down to the mid game though. I'm curious how. So an Earth Dragon, they're getting really nice dragons. Optic do have an insanely fast Baron, and getting this Earth Dragon definitely helps with them helps the fact that they have to deal with this insane 1-3-1 from Akali Jace. Even though the Jace is behind, once it gets Bork, it's still going to be pretty strong. And then once it gets Cleaver, it's still going to be able to pressure the Scion pretty heavily. Crown comes roaming down. Yeah, I mean, look at mid prio. Rumble can move first. They survive here. Seems like some miscommunication that Ezreal's like still walking up and trying to poke. And where does Jace die? Jace gets solo killed? Yeah, Jace gets solo killed by Scion. So not looking good for sure. Jace finally has the Bork. He really needs his Cleaver. But Scion does have Warmogs already, so he's probably not going to lose turrets. So good play by CG. They're playing around the Akali. Damonte is kind of going to save this mid game because he is Akali, so no one can really match him. Jace gets the jump onto Scion, but he has Warmogs. It doesn't matter. So let's see what Piglet and Damonte can do. Lose mid turret. That's a really good move by Optic. And you can tell based on like their lane assignments. Like Scion leaves top, runs mid. Rumble runs. Is he running bottom? No, he runs straight mid. So he's not pushing out bottom yet, and they spend the time necessary to get this mid turret before going back to lanes. So really good move. The mid turret's super important when you have an Ezreal. Scion's getting pressured a little bit now. Oh, so Jace is going for straight up Last Whisper item now. TP's coming down. Jace is dead. Rumble's dead. Damn, Damonte is just smurfing on Akali. Finishes off the Rumble. Goes across to Lysandra. TK comes down too. So Clutch should be able to get this Fire Dragon. Alright, so Optic is afraid of them doing Baron. Let's look how they get control. So Jace is getting pushed in bottom. Where's the Akali? The Akali's the X Factor. Akali's around mid. He's scared to go top as of now. Or he wants to help his team get vision. So they're walking in together. Still afraid to go to the pink. So Akali's finally top lane. This is good. It's going to make it a lot harder for Optic to get control. I kind of want to see Akali like stay in the top pink ward bush, like up here. Oh, they pinked it. So here's the Baron. TP comes in. Dardoch gets the Baron. 1 for 2. Gonna lose mid turret. No, they keep mid turret. So good for Optic. They do get the Baron, not the cleanest. Now it's 50-50, right? So yeah, they got the Baron. Still really not clean at all. Kind of a clusterfuck. Lee Sin flash, Scion flash. Rumble flash. So this Ezreal still is really strong. He's stacking his second tier. But this Baron's gonna hurt. Sion coming through. Gets engaged on. He has Warmogs. He doesn't care. I do like this from CG. They're moving up really far. They actually zoned them off the wave. But Infernal's given up. So second Infernal to Optic. They take 2 turrets mid lane. Kai'Sa's bot lane with Sion. So they lose an inhib. And then they lose mid. Alright, so Optic looking really good this game. The Kai'Sa's getting strong. He's going AP. Ezreal still only on 2 core. He is Bork now. So Piglet's getting strong. He's gonna stack his tier soon, but he does need like 2k to upgrade that. So this Jace pick not too successful. Piglet's dead. So they lose mid inhib. They don't kill the Sion. And that's Baron for sure. So this is probably the GG. So I guess they just gave up the Sion because they were trying to defend the base, but so Optic are going to win this game. It looks like 2 pokes. Lyra's dead. Kai'Sa is super low. He doesn't have TP. But I don't think they have the damage. Kai'Sa has TP in a second. They just need to... Who needs dead? Ooh, nice flash. Here's the Kai'Sa TP. Lyra is back up. Yeah, it's over. Damn, really sloppy play from Clutch. They go for a lot of plays early game without having prio. The Elise Death bot lane. Giving the first blood to Lee Sin. The Rumble can move first. You cannot fight the Lee Sin in the river. Then he invades top side when Thresh is missing and TK is going towards bot side. So they're fighting in the top jungle with down numbers again. And Sign gets a triple kill in that fight. Those are just fights that can't happen. Those are very basic team skills of just tracking players on the map and using and communicating who has priority. You're running Jace, Elise, and they pick the Rumble into Akali. They're going to have pressure around the Rumble. You have to work around that. And just track numbers. Those are very simple skills that need to happen. You can't go for every single invade. Sometimes the waves just aren't in your favor at certain times of the game, and you need to not go for the invade. Farm your camps, give up the crab, play towards your Jace prio. Kind of disappointing game. Well played by Optic. They did snowball very cleanly. The Kai'Sa Thresh did fine in the bot lane. They used their numbers advantage effectively, and Clutch failed to recognize those movements. So good roam by Gate. Good job by Crown to roam into the bot river. And that was kind of a clusterfuck of a Baron, but they get the Baron, close out the game. Well played by Optic.